How's it going, everybody? I gotta do some commissions today. I don't like this light here. So I figured I might as well have you guys join in with me. I've got to do a Hulk, a Wolverine, and a Boba Fett. So I'm just gonna try and get through them. These are gonna be pencil commissions with colours on them. So just give me a sec. I'll wait for people to come in, and I'll try and set up a lamp to get rid of that light there. Hopefully these won't take up all my day, but we'll see. So I'm just setting up a lamp. I think that lighting's a bit better. Let me fix the camera a bit. And then I just need to set up so I can see people's comments as well. Excuse me. I'm still getting over a cold, so you might hear me clear my throat a lot. Can everyone hear me? Let me go to my iPad and see if I can get up people, if they're saying any comments. Gotta be careful that my pencil doesn't touch here. So I might need to bring this back up a bit. Might have to be a bit further away if that's alright, folks. That way my pencil doesn't touch anything. Let's go to my Facebook. I mean my YouTubes. So I can get up the live chat. Let me click play to see if my audio is working. All this stuff I should have done already, but you know, I'm an idiot. What's going on here? Why can't I see? Okay, I got the chat up. Hello. Hello, hello, test, test, test. Hello, hello. Hey, how's it going? Can you hear me? Like, speak? Hey, how's it going? Okay, cool, yeah. People can. Right, so I'm just drawing me some hulky poos. So I'm doing this with coloured pencil because I like the look of coloured pencil and Copics. I think it's an interesting look, and I don't see many people doing it, so I feel like I've got my own sort of signature thing going with it. Just sharpening my pencil, and then I'm going to keep going. So this is very different to the way I usually draw, because the way I usually draw is I usually do very rough, and then I do the line sort of work first, and then I'll do the final inks. But this is more trying to get everything done at the same time, more like how regular people, I guess, pencil stuff. As you can see, I'm like adding line weights where they need to be, etc. And I figured I'd put this on my channel because I don't get to post too much of me doing traditional stuff. This is generally the type of work that I have available when I do conventions. And I do full ink and stuff as well, but I like just the look of this. I think it feels like a piece of original art, and I think it's the best thing I can do with just my hands rather than digital. got some fabulous hair here. I'm throwing in a few different locks. Now, I like to put the hair on top of his head like that because it makes me feel like I'm Todd McFarlane. But I don't like to go full rhinoceros Hulk. Adding a bit of definition into his pecs, so he's not just a big beefcake. Sorry for the sniffing and stuff again, I'm still getting over a cold. I saw The Last Jedi this weekend and I really liked it. I'm not a big fan of The Force Awakens. I thought that was just not my style of Star Wars. Too kid-friendly and a rehashing of a plot too familiar, and it didn't feel like it was moving the franchise forward in any way, more just rinse and repeat. But I really like The Last Jedi for being bold. And I'm not going to give any spoilers out right now. I just thought it was very bold. I liked the character direction. And god damn did I almost cry quite a bit in that film. Very powerful. Highly recommended. Again, like Almost Dreams, if you guys got any questions about anything, just feel free to ask them. I do not, since I'm working at a desk, my dog doesn't like my office for some reason. So she's downstairs sleeping on the sofa. So no snoring. No snoring in this episode. Few ribby muscles here. Oh, I'm sorry for my sniffing. I've had this cold for a long time now, because when I was 20 years old I got a case of pneumonia, and since then every time I get a cold it lasts for like a month because my immune system is shot. Ah, crap. That's annoying. Did you see that? The thing moved there right at the end. It's okay. Luckily this is colored pencil, so it's not permanent. We got ourselves a sexy Hulk here with his big chest. Adding some veins, because you gotta have a veiny Hulk. There's no real... I tried to make some of the lines go over the form of his shoulder, but not all of it. And you also don't want to... You don't want to overvein them, otherwise you'll look like a... something. Ha 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 ha, dick jokes, ha 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 ha. Sorry for all the kids out there with their parents watching. This is a rated R channel. I'm going to try and sharpen the pencil here to get a bit more of a sharp detail on Hulkster. Add some things. Now this is stuff, a lot of this stuff I'm going to do back at the end, because you'll see that the Copics are going to wash it out a little bit. But for right now, the line art's done for that. And the reason I like doing these commissions in this style is I feel like I can get my work done at conventions a lot quicker, and you know, more people can get work from me because I'll have more time to do it, because I rarely do commissions. Now this is my handy dandy chart of Copic colors I've made, so I know which colors I need to use. Let me set up my desk a bit better so I can easily get to Copics. Now, the problem is sadly, I recently knocked all of these Copics over, so they're all disorganized, which is a real bummer, because this is going to be fun trying to find the right color I need. So, let's just grab a color and see what the Geo7, what's that look like? Pretty good. I think a yellow-green 9 is what I want to go with. So I got a yellow-green 6 here, which I'll use in a minute. Yellow-green 9. Cool. What am I reading these days? I'm reading lots of things. Kill or Be Killed, which I saw has just been announced. It's going to be... Actually, I'm going to start with the yellow-green 6 first. It's going to be a film made by the people that made John Wick, which is perfect, perfect collaboration. I think they'll do amazing with that, so I'm looking forward to that. Now this green's quite strong. I'm going to start with a more subtle green. Let's go with a Geo2 then. Let's find the Geo2. The Geo2. But basically, I'm reading a ton of stuff. Lots of image stuff. And I'm reading Batman White Knight, because I'm a huge Batman fan. Alright, cool, I found Geo2. Man, that looks pretty dark right now as well. Let's start with a G00 then, shall we? Where would that be? Right here. That's better. I don't want to start with a color that's darker than the actual pencil itself. Yeah, White Knight's really good. It's like the perfect combination of all my favorite type of Batman. Yeah, it's a bit of animated series, it's a bit of The Dark Knight Returns, it's a bit of the Tim Burton films. I think I don't know how old he is, but I think he must have been loving Batman in the 90s like I was in the 80s. So as you can see, I'm adding more wrinkles with just the Copics itself. never was much of a Batman fan, but I did love his villains. Oh, I'm a huge Batman fan. He's in his late 30s, I think. Alright, well, he's 10 years older than me, but, I mean, my brother's in his 30s, and we sort of liked all the same stuff as kids. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. I'd definitely watch the stream he did with Jim Lee. That sounds fun. So I want to be subtle with these colours. Sadly, I'll have this, I'm trying to get rid of this big green I put here. I think the more subtle, the better. So this is going to be my base tone, because it blends quite nicely with the coloured pencil. Ignaldo Martins, if you type that in English, if it's a question, or if you want me to comment on it, I don't know if you can, or if you can use any Google Translate or something like that. I'm very ignorant and I only know one language, so I can't comment on that. So this is going to add more definition to these muscles on his chest. Have I seen Last Jedi? I have. I was just talking about it when this stream started. I'm a huge fan of it. I really, really liked it. I hated Force Awakens. I thought it was hot garbage. But I'm going to go back and rewatch Force Awakens now that I know what happens in the sequel to see if I like it any better. But to me personally, I think, and this is going to be all spoiler free, I personally think that Rian Johnson saved the new Star Wars films for me. I mean, and now I'm back into them. Like, I want to know what happens with these characters now, where I went into this film not caring about anything. I also love Porgs, and if you look on my Twitter, my profile picture is now a Porg. I'm all about that Porg life. Oh, thank you very much, Ignal, and thank you for translating. Hopefully one day I can come out to Brazil for a convention. Because that's definitely a country I really want to visit. I've never been there before. See, what I like about using these coloured pencils is it feels more like a painting, where the black inks make it pop in a different way. But for this, to me, I don't know. I just think this is a cool looking style. I keep trying to convince myself that this is cool. But so far, this is what I have the most fun doing traditionally in this way. I'm putting more colour down here and in the spots that I think are the furthest away from the light. And I'm not very good at lighting or colouring. I kind of just make it up as I go. So if you're watching me to get any tips on colouring, your best bet is to look at someone like Todd Knock, because I'm pretty much just trying to do what he does, except I'm going into it with zero knowledge on lighting and shading, hence why all my art is pretty open. Okay, that's the G00. Now I want to go a tiny bit darker. So is this the G02? And this is, I've got to be careful here. Hey Zoltan, how's it going? I've got to be careful here because I don't want to darken spots, you know, go too dark with stuff. This is going to be to bring out some stuff. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over this with the G00 again. This is to bring back some of the color pencils we lost when we went over with the initial color. Now I'm going back in with the G00 and I'm just darkening certain spots, and this will dry, but I'm trying to get a different just layer of shading over everything. You'll see it will blend back in subtly, but you have to put it initially down quite hard. Now, I need to find my G00 because that is my lightest tone. Let's see if I can find the G00, and that will be just to blend everything together a bit better. But like I said, since I knocked over all my bloody markers, everything is disorganized. I can't remember what the colour of the lid looks like to G000. Am I missing that? I know I'm missing one colour as well, and if it's that one, that'll drive me mad. Hey Rob, liking the old school Hulk haircut he's got there. Thanks very much, mate. First time I'm watching your stream and can't hear your dog snoring in the background. Yeah, yeah, I'm in my office, so she's downstairs because she doesn't like my office. She likes my office if she can, like, lie on me, but I'm at my art desk, so she's like, nah. Well, screw that, I'm gonna go lie on the sofa. Free range, baby. So this is my lightest tone besides white, because the white of the paper is the highlight of the harsh light hitting him. I'm gonna have to fix that ear because it's blending a bit too much. bit to the hair as well. I want to get a subtle yellow 000 for his teeth. Hopefully this is not too harsh. No, that's good. I do want to darken up the strokes in his hair a bit. Now I always like Hulk with a bit extra right there because it reminds me of playing Marvel superheroes on in arcades. He had a bit more, just a couple of extra hairs at that bit. Marvel superheroes. I tell you what, it wasn't the comics that got me back in, into the actual genre of superheroes. It was definitely video games and animated series. Spider-Man the animated series, Batman the animated series. All the action figures were really cool. That was the stuff that got me into all this. Used to play that Marvel superheroes game all the time. And then I would... What's going on with this? Why isn't this working? Then I would go to this... When I lived in New Jersey as a kid, I would go to this one store called Jambalaya in New Jersey. And in the back they had tons of 90s floppies. And I would buy Peter Parker Spider-Man, drawn by John Romita Jr., and I found all of these Todd McFarlane Spider-Mans. And when these action figures came out, they used to come with comic books attached to them. And the Spider-Man came with Todd McFarlane, but also the Daredevil came with a Todd McFarlane issue. Because obviously he was top boy in the 90s, so... Action figures and games, they're the things that got me into this stuff. Now I think a purple background would be appropriate. So let's start with a 02 blue violet, if I can frickin' find it. If I can frickin' find it. Blue violet 000. Zero 04. What's that? 02. Another 04. Didn't even know I had two 04s. Oh, there we go. Blue violet 02. I need to find a white that works because that white marker's not working. So I'm just going to be doing a blend. 0. I love using these blue violets. I use anytime I do Guardians of the Galaxy commissions, I always use this color, and Star Wars as well for space. I just love the way the blues mix into the purple. Very pretty. Hulk in space. Well, the book is Planet Hulk. Should I be daring and use that yellow 00? 0 is another highlight. Do I dare? Probably, because I'm an idiot. I love to ruin my art, so... If I can find it... Oh my god, it's driving me nuts. So's my nose. Oh, everything's horrible. And just before Christmas. I need to find a white water marker that works. Come on. I think I have some stored away. I just organised my office a little bit so I can find extra stuff that I have that works. So I've got a whole box of these. Let's try the one I take to Comic-Cons first. Yeah, that one works. How do you go about ordering commissions? I was going to open them up, but I'm too busy. This is commissions for my fiance, people that she works with. So she convinced me to do them. Otherwise, you have to catch me at a convention to get commissions. Sadly. But keep an eye out, because there's always times when I'm tempted to just open them up and spend like a week just doing commissions. But if you want to see prices, you just go to my website, which is robsonink.com, Robson Inc. And there is a section on my website which is all about how much commissions cost. So this one I'm doing here costs £50. But thank you very much for your interest. If anybody's watching this that has followed my channel for a long time, they would know that commissions used to be, before I was working at Marvel, commissions was my bread and butter. I used to go to cons, do tons of commissions, and that would be like my income for the next 3 months. Because that was when I was a starving artist. Now I'm just fat. The moment I got that Marvel money, I just packed on the pounds. Right, now I just need one more thing so I can sign it. With my new signature. Yeah, this mark is not very good. It's bleeding all over the place. Some of these older sketch covers, they don't suck in markers so well. The other day I signed something and I spelt it Robertson. I put the S and the O in the wrong place. It was very embarrassing. Luckily it was digital, so I was able to fix it. So I always do my little signature like that, and then now, this is so it's official. Put my real signature on the back, so that no one can imitate my artwork. So if you see a commission out there of mine, if you want to check if it's legitimately mine, always look on the back, because there'll be a signature from me. So that's the first one done. Little Hulky Poo. Quite simple, but I think it looks pretty cool. What do you guys think? I'm going to leave that right there. And I'm going to, where's my Be Right Back thingy? Oh, I'll use this. Again, because of my fiance, I printed out something by accident. I drew my fiance's aunt's pug, Bumble, but it printed out wrong. So, I just use it as Be Right Back. I'll use my marker so that people know that I'll be right back. Be right back, guys. I need to get some water and blow my nose. Right, I'm back. Now I've got my iPad Pro. Look how big it is. Need to get reference up for Boba Fett. Oh, my dog's in the room. Are you going to be snoring, Missy? She's snorting. Yep, I've seen The Last Jedi. I loved it. Thought it was really good. Jim Lee was playing WoW. That's funny. Ain't nobody got time for that. Yeah, I love The Last Jedi. I didn't like Force Awakens, but I really liked that one, and it redeemed that whole series for me. Right. Let's draw Boba Fett. Boba Fett! On a Lando sketch cover. There's a couple of marks on this one. Hopefully I can cover that up. I don't want to talk Last Jedi spoilers in here, just in case there's people watching it that haven't seen it yet. Should I use the same green? Yeah. Yeah. One thing I wish that wasn't a part of Star Wars was Boba Fett's dad being the basis for clone troopers. And that they based, like, the Mandalorian armor off of, like, into a stormtrooper helmet. Never into that. I always thought that was a bit lame. I think the prequels just made the whole universe a lot smaller. Django did draw with Obi-Wan somehow. He obviously got some good DNA on him. What do you mean by that? Oh, I see what you mean. He tied with him in battle. Yeah. That whole movie was terrible, though. That's the worst Star Wars film ever made. Hate that film. Over time, I've gone back to the prequels, and I mean, Phantom Menace is just super nostalgic. Because I loved that film as a kid. Holy crap, I had all the toys. I went to see that movie in theaters at least 20 times. Like, that was Star Wars Reborn for a new generation, definitely. Even though I had seen the 90s re-releases in theaters, so I was already into Star Wars, but when that film came out, I was into it. Darth Maul is still the best Sith ever. The basis behind the is you can watch it without sound and still not know what's going on. Maybe. But I went back and I rewatched them, and I had to skip half of Attack of the Clones because I was just so bored. It's a slow film, but when I went back and watched Revenge of the Sith, I freaking loved it. I thought it was actually pretty good. My opinion on that film definitely changed. What are you doing, Snorty? What are you eating? What have you nicked from my floor? Snort, snort. I have a little sofa in my office, so she might be sitting here. The dialogue is bad enough, I'd have to turn the sound off anyway. Yeah. Yeah, well, give him props that, you know, it's his universe, he's just trying something new. You can tell how many midichlorians someone has in their cell based on how many backflips they can do mid-battle. Maybe. I haven't seen Rey do one backflip yet, though. Now my dog is chewing on my seat. It's funny, I've drawn Boba Fett a bunch of times, but I always have to use reference because there's so much going on with his costume. It's quite an involved costume. If Marvel gave you a Star Wars book to write and draw, would you pitch? Of course I would. I'm in the waiting. I have a story ready to go about, you know, the hallway droids? The Empire's hallway droids? They look like little remote control cars. I want to do a story based in The New Hope about one of those remote control cars knows what R2-D2's doing in the system. Like, you know how it takes R2-D2 a long time to get like doors open and the garbage chute? I wanted this, like, the inner battle of R2 versus one of these droids, and he's running around the hallways trying to tell people, like, hey, there's some rebels on the ship, and obviously no one's paying attention to him. It's a bit like Boy Cry Wolf, but a cute, fun story about the hallway droids of the Death Star. That That'd be the name of the first trade paperback. Bam, 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 bam. The Hallway Droid story. Now, I'm purposely loosening up some of the pencil. Oh my goodness! I'm purposely loosening up some of the pencils on his helmet because I don't want him to look perfect, because I like how his outfit's seen some shit. I like a battle damage, basically. Boba Fett. Boba Fett. All that sound is my dog, so sorry about that. Having fun down there? Hmm? Man, I love drawing Boba Fett. When I was told, like, oh yeah, Hulk commission, I was like, yeah, that's cool. I like drawing Hulk. Wolverine, I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool. I like drawing Wolverine. And a Boba Fett. I was like, oh yeah, now we're talking. Any day I draw Boba Fett for money is a good day. Hang on a sec. Did you eat that I just dropped? I just dropped the tip of my coloured pencil. Have you eaten the tip of the coloured pencil? Probably. Good job, Dingus. You just walked into stuff. Get out the way. My dog just loves eating anything. She's like a tiger shark. I think she ate a piece of coloured pencil. Why does this pencil keep breaking? It's driving me mad. I bet there's an artist out there that could draw all the little details of Boba Fett, no problem. Studied him to a T. Guys, any more questions? Crap. I need to get a new sharpener. Because this pencil's getting short. What books am I working on in the new year? I'm actually not doing Venom anymore. So for anybody that's picking up Venom 162 and 163 because of me, I've actually had to back out due to some time differences. I was supposed to have more time than expected and it didn't work out, so I just couldn't fit it into my schedule. But I'm working on an image product with one of the image founders who's writing a very popular Image character, one of the first, which I can't talk about yet, but when I can, I definitely will. So that's very exciting. And I'm doing covers for Big Trouble in Little China and other random stuff. WWE I'm doing covers for. Some Marvel covers as well. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. There's a big Chris, you're right. I'll just say that. It's a dream job. I can't wait to tell you all how that project began, how I contacted this person, how I've spoken to this person on the freaking phone, how we're writing a book together. It's crazy. It's awesome. It's a dream come true. But it's not going to be what you think. It's what you think, but in the style of, I guess, Porgs from Star Wars. So, we'll see. We'll see what people think. But I'm happy with it. I should be working on that right now, but I need to get these commissions done because she's having a Christmas party tomorrow. Now, what am I doing? I have a Boba Fett action figure, so it probably sitting on my shelf right here, so I should probably use this for reference as well. Always good to have action figures ready. And if you use them for reference, they can be a tax write-off. You're like, oh, why did I buy all of the Star Wars action figures? Well, you know, I do commissions, so I needed some reference. I never even noticed he had this little rope thing here. You're not used to me dead. Yes, I am a nearly 30-year-old man holding an action figure. Proud of it. I hate this. Anytime I have to draw this stupid logo on his shirt, I hate doing it. Now, what would be cool is if I did the cut. I was usually do Boba Fett on Tatooine, but I always forget that he was on Cloud City. So let me search Cloud City for some inspiration to use as the background. Because it might be fun to have those oranges in the background. Oranges and reds for now. Right, I need to use more of an olive green for him. An olive green for him. He's got the orange on his head, so let's start with that. 17. 8. No, that's not what I'm looking for. 15. Nope. Use 17. There it is. Let's find a yellow 00. That's a yellow 00. Nice. I always thought he had an interesting palette, Boba Fett. My name is Boba. Yeah, I am the Fett. Yeah, don't mess with me. Yeah, 'cause I'm the Fett. Roll call. Boba. Boba. Boba Fett. I gotta be careful with this red. I don't want it to be too pink, and I don't want it to be too bold. I also want to leave space to add some chipped away grey on it so it looks battle damaged. That's cool. Gonna get some silvers out. Probably should have done all of this first. I'll use a warm grey for that. I'll put a bit of warm grey in. This is cool grey right now, but I'll put some warm grey in there as well, because the blend of warm greys and cool greys makes a nice steel look. Plus the warm grey will go blend nicely with the red because it's a warm colour. I'm going to draw this little logo thing. Is this the Mandalorian logo, this? Does anybody know? Gotta do these little logos. Google says I'm right. Well, you know, I'm just the best. I'm just huge. Obviously the biggest Boba Fett fan there ever was, so I just know these things because I'm great. Might go even darker with, I don't know, maybe. Right, I gotta get this right green. I might do a 21. What's that? It's not bad. I'm looking for a G yellow green 21. That's yellow green 11, which I might use a bit. Yellow green 21. Yellow green 41. Yellow green 17. Yellow green 21. Oh, it is green 21. Okay. Yep, that's the perfect Boba Fett color. his helmet is slightly greener than his body armor. It's G63. G2. A lot of me just talking to myself here, trying to find good colours. That's quite dark, so I'll have to blend that in. I usually do this sort of wavy line here with inks. There's definitely, it's harder when you do character that's quite dark with these coloured pencils, because I don't want him to just disappear. Add a bit of dirt to him to make him pop a bit more. I may even get a silver Sharpie to make him super pop for his proper battle damage stuff. Whoa, what's going on with this? Do you get those in? I don't know if I get the Copics imported. I just buy them from a UK-based website. So I am not sure if they're imported or not. I think what I need to do is take a darker red. 7. Doing lots of experimentation here. This is more copper. I need some browns. 15 is what I need. Talking under my breath to myself. Trying to find the perfect brown marker. 15, 15, 15. Is that really the E15? Alright. Oops, sorry. Just whacked the camera. I'm sure Marvel are very happy about their new deal they've made. I'm sure they're thrilled to bits. Means that hopefully the next phases of Marvel Comics movies are going to be full of all of our favorite characters. Two. Now he's got a bit of this bluey green in here, so I'm going to bring this color into it. Because I was going to go with the same green as his helmet, but upon looking at this action figure and pictures, it is slightly different green. It's more teal. adds a cooler look to it, making it feel a bit more blue. Snip, snip. And a yellow green 9-1. Got it. That was good. For the rest of them. Hello, Snorty Dog. What are you doing? Oh, you know, I'm just snorting about, being a dog. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what... I mean, Marvels are just dominant with their films now. I mean, they're so good. I have not seen Thor Ragnarok yet. I really want to see it, but I've just been too busy. But when I get the chance, it's going to be great. Thanos would have been the hardest villain they have without Fantastic Four. We'll see. I'm looking forward to when they eventually get to do that Doctor Doom movie, though. And I hope that Doctor Doom is not in a Fantastic Four film. I hope he's in a Marvel Universe film. Who do I expect to die in Infinity War? Captain America. Maybe Iron Man as well. I think getting rid of both those characters makes sense. As harsh as it would be. What's a Marvel villain I think should be in a movie? Let's see. I want to see Bullseye in the TV show. I'd like to see Kingpin join with Smythe. If we can get Alistair Smythe and bring Kingpin into Spider-Man somehow, that would be amazing. I also think they should bring back Blade and Ghost Rider, because now that all that's back from Fox, I'd like to see Ghost Rider in the Marvel Universe. Mr. Sinister, that's a good one. I just finished drawing him in Secret Warriors. I'm going to try and blend a yellow into a blue for the background. My dog is looking at me intently. She obviously wants to play or something. Excuse me, could you stop drawing famous characters and pay attention to me, or something that's actually real? I realize that pretty much all my Copics are running pretty low. Not blending properly. Yeah, not the best background color choice. This is kind of just blended all of it together. Not a big fan of that. It's not terrible, but it's not great. I'm going to experiment with some silver. The silver marker here. Oh, let me move my Boba Fett so I don't get any silver on him. Does it still work? Yeah, it does. Cool. cool. Do I want to add white here? Yeah. Just need to add a bit of shadow under his neck. Yep, I've seen Last Jedi. Really liked it. Boba Fett movie? That'd be great. Nick Cage free Ghost Rider? Definitely. No more Nick Cage in Marvel movies. Sniper, please don't comment spoilers for Last Jedi, just for people that haven't seen it. Because I wouldn't want, if I was in that position, I wouldn't want anything ruined for me. But I disagree with what you're saying. I hated Force Awakens, so I'm glad that he chucked away so much crap from that film and finally moved the actual series forward instead of backwards. But that's just me. What do I know? The snoring's back. Here we go, one Boba Fett done. Boba Fett. I'm looking through the cameras and I know the colours look a lot better in person. Ooh, how long have I been going for? An hour? Is that 105 minutes? Black spot in the top left corner. There we go. Is that better? Alright guys, I'll be right back again. And then we'll finish off with Wolverine. What's the time? Wolverine's going to have to be quick because I got somewhere to be at 5 o'clock. So I'll just be right back. Excuse me. Was she snoring? Well, I went downstairs and I found a poo in my kitchen. There's only one person that does poos in kitchens. You're a bad girl. The back door was open. She knows she needs to go outside. Oops. My girlfriend, don't you mean my fiance? Right, time to do a Wolverine. Let me just look him up. Animated series. I know how he looks, but I just want to... Let's go, bub. When's the wedding? You're not invited to my wedding. And it's in 2019. June 10th. No, you won't. Right. Where's the circle thing gone? Diddly-loo-doo-doo. 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 Gonna use a blue. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, I messed up that circle. X-Men's always been serious and political. Most 90s cartoons were darker, like Batman the Animated Series. That's what made them awesome. Some drawing in his brow. Ah, the snoring is back. I believe that all these designs are the Jim Lee designs, right? I always struggle with Wolverine's horns and how big they should be. Let's go, bub. Berserker Barrage. Drill Claw, Drill Claw. Smart Bomb. Oops. Oh, my pens keep falling. Yeah, they did. Love that game though. Still play it today. What am I trying to do here? Did you know that Mark Hamill of Luke Skywalker and Joker fame once voiced Wolverine for an old Wolverine video game? There's videos of him on YouTube doing it. Can someone tell me what's going on with Wolverine in the books? I heard that he's back now, like a younger Wolverine. Is he back? Does anybody really know? Because I know he's been dead for a while. He's back in Marvel Legacy, but with a cool new costume. I'd definitely like to see that. Well, I hope that Wolverine, whenever he joins the MCU, one, I hope it's not Hugh Jackman. I'd like it to be someone else. I'd also like it to be someone short, because I'm a short guy. And it's good representation for short people because he's so badass. I'd like to see him also with this freaking cowl on. If you can give Batman a cowl in the movies, you can give Wolverine a cowl. I've always been pissed that he's never had a cowl. And they teased it with that one movie, whichever it was. They're all terrible, those Wolverine movies. But the one, even Old Man Logan, I thought was a big piece of crap, personally. The moment Clone Wolverine came in, I was like, oh, this is a Bryan Singer joint, I'm out. But, they gotta give him the frickin' mask. Like I said, if Batman has a cowl... Like, to me, Wolverine isn't Wolverine unless he's got this frickin' mask on. That's me. Just personal. The Wolverine, that was the one where they teased it. Looking for a blue green zero. Does it make a difference? Nah, that should be fine. Actually, that's not the right color. Oh well. I'll have to fix that. Honestly, I love Hugh Jackman, but I just see him as Hugh Jackman, not Wolverine. I don't think he really... I think he represents what the public think Wolverine is, but not what he really is. If that makes any sense. That's my artsy, fartsy, fnar. Answer. Diddle-doo-doo-doo. Diddle-dee-dee-dum. I have to be careful with this yellow. This yellow is blending too much into the colored pencils. Like, Hugh Jackman, he got his, like, rage down, I guess, but... I don't know. Wasn't my favorite. Even as a kid, seeing the first X-Men movie, I was like, that's not him. This is going to be the blue and yellow costume from the animated series. My favorite is the brown one. The, John Byrne costume. But that's not what the guy wants. It's always the guy. It's whatever the guy wants, not what I want. Always got to do what the man wants. The man who pays for the thing. Crap, that's too dark. Ah, shit. crap. Hopefully I can blend those. What was that? 15. Now, I really was enjoying Old Man Logan for the first, I guess, hour. The moment they hit those people off the road and they stay at that people's house, and then suddenly Hugh Jackman clone comes in, the film took a huge down spiral for me. But before that, I thought it was great. Also, the blonde-haired guy with the missing limb, the guy from Narcos, he, for my creator-owned book, there's a character in my book that if I ever got to make it into a movie, I would definitely hire that guy to do it as a cowboy. Cause I'm a cowboy. On a steel horse I ride, cause I'm wanted, dead or alive. You can tell I've been working too long, because I walk these streets. I do dee 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 doo dee 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 doo dee 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 doo dee 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 doo dee dee doo dee dee doo doo. Ah ba ba bow 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 bow. I'm gonna want it. Dead or alive. Dead or alive. You guys loving my singing? Oh god, that song's gonna be stuck in my freaking head now. I think a red background would be appropriate. It's all the same. My dog is snoring. She likes to snore. I do do. 14, and crap, is 14 the lowest it goes? Nope. Man, all these reds just look like the same freaking color. I'm gonna have to do something to jazz this piece up a bit because it looks quite bland. What can I do to make this pop a bit more? Gonna add some danger room stuff in the background. When in doubt, danger room it out. So I'm just putting some brushes away to clear space. There we go. And we're done. So, let's a recap. We got Wolverine there. We got Boba Fett here. Excuse me. Bless me. And we got Hulkster here. I think the Hulk's my favourite one. So, Hulky, Bobery, and Wolvie. Thanks very much for watching, guys. I'll see you on another stream. Have a happy holidays.